Gulper says, do you attribute Candace's retardation to her womanness or her blackness? Definitely her blackness. Also, Google dancing Egyptians. It'll tell you what happened on September 10th. It's both. It's like a womanness credulity, like her credulousness. She'll believe anything. Doesn't fundamentally know how anything works. Imitating men, but doesn't really understand anything. Her preoccupation with like sexual drama. Like our conspiracies are like about great power politics. It's about power projection, like geostrategy, geoeconomics. It's about Rimland theory, Heartland theory. Like, it's about power. It's about the world. It's about, like, on some level, chemistry, like raw materials, industry. So when we talk about conspiracies, it's like, okay, well, Israel needs energy, needs land. They need the Sinai. They need Greater Israel. They want to dominate the overland and sea shipping routes. That's like the key to controlling the world is controlling the Rimland, blah, blah, blah. And Candace, everything is like so you're never going to believe it. So his wife is a man. Yup. Yeah.
Lot to unpack here. So for one, he's trying to say that men are smarter than women. We've actually done studies on this. Yes and no. So at the extremes, on the high end, there is a higher percentage of men who have IQs above 120 and 140. But on the low end, there's a higher percentage of men who have IQs at 60 and 80. So on average, men and women are about the same intelligence. They're both around 100, which is the average. But there is actual, because he also brought up biology, there is scientific evidence to suggest that on the higher end, there's a higher percentage of men. But also on the lower end, there's a higher percentage of men. So there's truth to that. But what he's saying is also in totality inaccurate.
And no, and get this, no, you're not going to believe this. Donna, you're not going to believe this. And get this, it's actually his dad. Yup. His wife is a transgender man who's actually his father. You're going to die. I'm telling you, it's true. Like everything is a sexual, because everything's about sex and gender.
So the irony of him making fun of how women are, he's the prototypical anti-Semite. This seems to be about Candace Owens being black or a woman. Somehow he finds a way to bring in the Jews, right? So if anything happens, the car doesn't start, it's the Jews. Because the Jewish people are smart, they put the chip behind it. If the weather's changing and it's getting hot, even though global warming is not real, it's not real, but the reason it's getting hotter is because of the Jews, right? If there's a vaccine comes out, the vaccine comes out from Chinese people who are not Jewish, but somehow the Jews are behind the Chinese people creating the vaccine that's making everybody sick. Also, the vaccine that's making everybody sick is not a real vaccine, and there is no real sickness, but yet everybody's getting sick. So as you see, these people with these conspiracy theories, it always works because whatever happens, there's a conspiracy about the conspiracy about the conspiracy. So no matter what someone says, they're going to tie it to the Jews.
Conspiracies are like, it's like Desperate Housewives for them. So it's like, it's a very womanly thing why she's getting it wrong, but it's also like a black thing because like Whitney Webb is a woman and she's more on the ball, and that's because Whitney Webb is white. Jokes, of course, jokes. JD, but she is really profoundly dumb. That's why I don't even blame her. Like, I don't even think she's a grifter. I just think she's like dumb. She can't even.
That's why I go back and forth about Nick. So like sometimes he sounds intelligent, but then you listen to him talk and he says the most idiotic and absurd things. So sometimes I think, well, he's white. Is that why he's dumb? Because Asians are more intelligent than whites. Other times I think he's not even really white. He's not WASP white, North American white. He's Mexican, he's Spanish, he's Italian. So is he just dumb because he's Southern European?
Even help it, dude. It is what it is. But
the irony of him ending it with "it is what it is," a black euphemism, a black slogan, a black statement. I mean, we don't create anything. We bring nothing to the culture, but then white people adopt the things that we do and use our terms as if we're not important, or as if we don't bring anything to the culture, the American culture. I actually want to do later. I'm gonna do a kind of I keep saying this, but I probably will. I'll do a deep dive on like double negatives because people always get on blacks for saying it ain't no and all that type of stuff. But most languages, whether French or Spanish, etc., have double negatives. So like African Americans who came from West Sub-Saharan Africa, they had double negatives in their language. So us using double negatives is not because we're stupid. It's just a part of our heritage that we carried on, when we were slaves. Just like Spanish people, sometimes when they speak Spanglish, they get things mixed up because you have your heritage that you've been speaking for thousands of years, and now you're mixing with a new way of speaking, which is English, which comes from like Germans and the Germanic and Latin forms of writing and reading. If you like this video, please smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. New shows airing Monday through Thursday.